there, Facebook. It's Jenny from The Tall and the Short of It. Betsy and I, are not together today. She took a personal day. So I am at my house and I've got my headphones in so we can avoid that sound issue that we had the last time we went live from our respective houses. And hopefully she'll be popping on here so I can see her and then I can bring her on live with us. So we'll just wait here for a second for her to pop in so we can tell you all about our weekend. It was so exciting. I know some of you kind of followed what we were doing, but oh, I saw somebody pop on. I'm hoping it was her. Can I see her? I don't see a comment. There she is. I'm going to add her. Add Betsy. We are adding. It is taking a while. It's connecting. Hey! Can you hear me? Hello?
There we go.
There we go. Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Hey, the sounds okay on my end.
Yeah, I kept mine in, so.
Yeah. You're a little blurrier than me, but I think that's still okay.
We look the same to me.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's just a little bit of lag on my end.
Maybe.
From your upload. So.
Or maybe you're
no
old
problem.
and need glasses.
All right, so I was just telling them I had to say welcome to the tall and the short of it by myself, but you know, we can say it again if you want.
I'm good.
Okay, so I was telling them that you just took a personal day today, which is why we're not together.
It wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it. Is it ever worth taking a day as a teacher? Is it?
I have more to deal with now when I go in tomorrow than.
Oh, I hate that.
I went shopping with my mom and bought more for Sadie's baby than myself or my mom. Like my mom bought stuff for my nephew.
Hey, Jonna, tell us if we both sound okay, because it sounds fine to me and it sounds fine to Betsy, but I want to make sure it sounds okay to the people watching. So let us know.
Yeah, and I can't see comments, so you have to do that.
Yeah, I can see it. So anyway, we decided to pop on today because we have 5 Thursdays in May, and do a recap of our super exciting weekend last weekend.
Yep.
And I'm going to thank you. Great. Yes, Jonna says we're both great.
Okay.
So
good.
Yay. So I'm going to let Betsy dive into what she did on Friday night, which now I'm so super sad I didn't attend with her, but I'm going to let her talk about that. So go for it.
I unexpectedly was invited on Friday to go with a friend of mine who also is a special ed teacher to a play at the Muncie Civic Theater here in Muncie, Indiana. Excuse me. And it was through a program called Barrier Free. And actually, when I was looking to make sure I got everything correct, right before we went live, I told Jenny on the Muncie, when I went to the Barrier Free part on the Civic Theater, there's 4 programs like that it listed, just 4 in the whole U.S., 2 of them being in Indiana, one in Carmel and one here in Muncie. And what I say, Maryland and Kansas?
Yeah.
I think we're the other 2. Anyways, what it is it's a 7-month-long therapy theater program that is for adults. I believe it said 17 plus with special needs. And when I say that, possibly even intellectual disabilities. That may have been I think that's what it is said on the thing. Go check out the Civic Theater's website to get more information. But anyways, they, with support, write the play, and then they are the actors in the play. I did not even know.
I didn't know they wrote it.
Yes, they write it, and then they're the actors. Now, like I said, with support, and and then within the play are like they call them maybe group leaders, but actors that are kind of dispersed throughout the play that kind of help maybe I mean they have parts, but also they know the lines and can give like they're very good at giving subtle like nudges, you know, kind of
Sure.
reminders
So it's
about what.
almost like peer tutoring, right? Like almost like
Yes,
a peer
yes,
tutor.
yes. And it was fantastic. It was called The Spirit of the Giving Tree, and it went through the different seasons. And oh my gosh, it was just so neat. And actually, on Sunday, I was able to speak with one of the actors. Sorry, I was like, because I keep wanting to say students. We talk about that. We can't call they're they're
They're
older. They're not.
adults.
I spoke with him, and he actually wrote a poem for the play, and he um, and he read poet like different poems throughout the play, and I had a really great conversation with him. And sorry, Callaway may be joining us in a minute. It's my cat.
Oh,
Um, but I was able to chat with him, and I just loved it. It was such a neat experience. And like I said, I didn't know. I could have said to, you know, Jenny could have gone with us, but didn't, you know, I didn't really know what to
yeah.
expect. And this is, I believe, the 6th year. So this is definitely something, and they do 3 shows, one Friday, one Saturday, one Sunday. So this is definitely something that we'll want to let you guys know about next year because it
Hey,
was,
hey, Jake. I have to say it since Betsy
oh,
can't see comments today.
I can't see. Um, like literally Callaway is probably like just barely out, like he's staring
Outside
at
of the
me like
camera.
right outside. Yeah, he's like
That's awesome.
yeah, like he's but anyways, it was the neatest. Well, I called Jenny afterwards and I think I talked to you for an hour about it. Like I
Mm-hmm.
just was blown away. It was
Aw. Hey, Tammy.
the neatest thing that I had seen. So I definitely, I mean, I wish they did it more. I understand it's, I mean, it takes, they're writing a play, they're acting, they're learning lines. I get it takes a long time.
Jake says
Um,
hi to Callaway, by the way.
oh, okay. Here, let's see. There. Cowboy, look.
Hey.
Look. Oh, camera shy. Sorry.
He's camera shy.
Camera
Aw.
shy. Yeah. Actually, I've been gone all day and he's probably a little mad. So.
Well, possibly.
So, anyways, yes, but it was the perfect segue, kind of, or perfect beginning to our weekend because there were a lot. Now, this is just my observation. I don't have confirmation. I did, but there were a lot of the actors that I believe were on the autism spectrum. So, was a perfect way to start our weekend because then, Jenny, what
Mm-hmm.
did we do on Saturday?
Yeah. So on Saturday, we went to the Autism Fest at the Delaware County Fairgrounds here in Muncie. And they have a race really early in the morning, which I registered for but didn't run in. Apparently, I just wanted the t-shirt. Um, but they have a 5K really early in the morning. And then the fest part is where they have 2
It
buildings
was from
full
like
of vendors.
10 to 2 maybe,
10 to
or
2-ish or a little
9:30
after.
to, yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So they have two buildings at the fairgrounds full of vendors. And then they had bounce houses and games for the
Yeah.
kids. And there were concessions.
Well, there was free
And
pancakes at like 9:30.
yeah, free IHOP pancakes at 9:30. But they had, I mean, just all kinds of stuff for them to do. And then they had the walk. Um, Basically, they take everybody out and we all walked the track out. Well, kind of like I don't know, it's like a path out there. It looks like a track. Um,
Basically, it's the 2 midways when you go to the
yeah,
Delaware County Fair. You're just
yeah,
circling the 2 midways.
yeah. So we did the walk at noon. We participated in that instead of the race. And then Betsy and I just went around to all the vendors and
I think we
networked. And
spoke with every one of them.
I
I think
think
we
so
did.
too. I think maybe there was only one table we didn't stop at, and that was because they weren't there. Like
Right.
literally, we couldn't find someone that was
Mhm.
at the table.
Mhm.
but we talked to so many different cool resources for families. And um, a couple days ago, I posted, because we grabbed brochures and things from all the tables, and I've
Mm-hmm.
made an album and we posted it here of all the resources that we saw there, just in case you weren't able to attend, so that you could have copies of those if you needed them. And feel free, if one of them's blurry. I noticed a couple of the pictures were blurry. I was taking the hey Patty, I was taking a couple of the pictures at my house, and it was kind of dark outside, and I was just had them on top of a TV tray and was like taking pictures really fast. So a few of them came out a little blurry. So if there's something on one of those that you really wanted to see and you didn't get a good clear picture of it, let me know in the comments, and I can always try to take another one in better lighting. Um, but we're so excited to talk to people. We posted a couple of
Mm-hmm.
live videos. Well, the first one was when we were in the walk, right? Wasn't
Yes.
that the first time we
Yeah,
posted
and
the
you might
video?
get sick watching it, but
Yeah, because we were kind of trying to walk at the same time. Finally, we just stopped so we wouldn't could finish up that little live. It was pretty short.
mm-hmm.
And then we interviewed a couple of the vendors that were there
Yeah.
that we just thought, had some good stuff going on. And I noticed we got a lot of views and a lot of new likes this weekend too, which
Yeah.
is super exciting.
Well,
Um,
and I noticed, I mean, sorry, I have my drink. I'm going to reach across and put it up.
okay.
Um, sorry. Um, I was telling Jenny, like, I've lived in Delaware County my whole life. And I've been a special education teacher for 14 years, something like that. And I am still learning. Callaway, so see, yeah, he joined us.
Hey,
Um,
buddy.
he, I learned so much last weekend. It was so
Mm-hmm.
neat because you do think sometimes like Callaway, seriously. Um, you do get to where like, is there anything new? Is there? And oh my goodness, like, yes, I knew about the Autism Walk. We had done it before, or in the
Mm-hmm.
festival. We had been there before, but I don't think we went around and spoke with everyone like we
Mm-hmm.
did. Not to that extent. We actually had a booth, I think, the last time.
We did. The last time we were there, we had a booth, but we hadn't started the tall and the short of it yet.
No, no, it was with our
Hey,
schools.
Sherry just commented. Sherry, that the
Oh,
kid. Yay!
yeah.
Hi,
Look, Caroline, seriously.
Sherry. Your cat is a menace right now.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, so
Wow.
here's somebody said, great meeting you at the autism event from your newest SLP fan from Blackford County. Oh, she's
Oh,
the
hi. Yes,
SLP.
yes.
Hey,
Hey.
I thought it was the
You.
other Sherry we met. Okay,
It
and
was.
Matthew May is saying hello. Hey.
I think that she was one of the first people we spoke to.
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
one of the, yeah, yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Awesome. I love it. But
Yay.
I was so excited. I feel like I just learned so much that I didn't know. I
Yes,
mean, we learned about a lot
agreed.
of new resources, and I was actually picking up resources for a family from my school. But it's just, yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. I didn't know we had, I didn't know we had as much, as
Mm-hmm.
um I
Well,
knew.
I learned Muncie had an Excel center. I didn't even know Muncie had an Excel center. I thought our closest one was in Anderson.
Well, not that I am sitting here saying, oh, I know everything, because by golly, no, not even close. Jenny can tell you that. I ask her questions all the time. But I met with, or how do I put this? Like, there were more tables there of things I didn't know existed than tables I did. Does
Right,
that make sense? Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, and I got
And
to learn some of the differences between, what case management looks like versus service providers and those kinds of things too, which we don't technically get professional development on that as teachers. I mean, that's not things people teach us unless we go and
well,
figure it out for ourselves.
because I mean, it didn't used to be a part of the school, and now
Right.
it is. And actually, again, I was talking about the barrier-free. Sorry, whenever I say that, I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but Jenny had to pull me away from that table. I spoke with them
I know.
forever.
I was
But
like,
it was
girl, we're not
so
going to get
neat.
to these other booths.
I was so excited about that, but they were there as well. So that's something, that was something that was neat, and I learned about more resources kind of that they are able
Mm-hmm.
to provide. So I'm sorry, I'm getting sick.
Oh, don't get sick.
Mm.
Get some airborne. All right. Well, like I said, we just wanted to recap our weekend because we just felt like we needed to reflect on that and how awesome it was. And I just felt
Hmm.
renewed. Did you
I
feel
did, yes.
renewed
Well, I posted
after
on
that?
Facebook, my personal Facebook page, because especially this time of year, on I think Sunday night, I posted like this time of year is always hard for any teacher, definitely, but I think special ed teachers because you're trying so hard to get you have to get paperwork ready to make sure that whoever has your students next, if it's not you,
Mm-hmm.
that everything is in place, and you're just getting all
Right.
that, and it's just overwhelming, and then this stupid test that I'm not
Yeah.
even giving, but I know
Yeah.
they are.
We're going to get a little controversial later this month. So if you like controversial conversations, jump in on the retention and standardized testing
I was gonna say
weeks.
we kind of picked. We didn't really necessarily land on a topic. That's where we came up with the reflections because, yes, we discussed that it was speech and hearing month, but it just kind of fell
We kept
at a
trying to figure
time
out what
where,
we would talk about 5 weeks in a row. I mean, I'm
and
sure
we
if we
just
knew more about it, I mean, I feel bad saying that, but
right, but also we've kind of covered we've met with the SLP and stuff, but I think
mm-hmm.
too, well, and we also definitely want to talk about. I think we will do deaf hard of hearing 1 month, but I think what I
Yeah,
say it was like maybe September or something.
September maybe we
Um,
could jump back into some of that.
but at the same time, we have these little topics we want to talk about that don't really fit in anywhere, so we
Mm-hmm.
made them fit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, and they all of these topics come up at the end of the year as we're all reflecting back. So,
but well,
um,
you had said it renewed you, and I did. I just came back on Monday you just get so the focus this time of year, especially for me, is like, okay, what does the student need to work on? Like, and I'm just thinking about like where, sadly, I mean, it is the way it is because when you write goals about what they can't do, not what
mm-hmm.
they can, and so you kind of just get to the point where you're not. It helped me stop and be like, no, they're amazing. Let's look at
Mm-hmm.
no, they can do so many cool things. I'm sorry, now my nose itches. Um, I'm allergic to my cat, so when he was up here,
Oh,
but that's really what it helped me do. It's like, no, look at all these awesome, cool things.
things that I
Look
can
at
do.
they can do, and I just totally changed um, the way I looked at my day, with my kids, and it
Mm-hmm.
helped because, like I said,
So the moral of this story is everyone needs to go to Autism Fest next year if you
yes,
didn't go.
in the
And
play,
the play, we'll try to find out more about that sooner so we can let
right? Yeah,
everybody know.
yes. Well, now that we know about it and stuff, and maybe we can like get a big group, like let's all go on.
How exciting would that be? Yes,
That would be awesome.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, next week we'll be back with information about summer programming because I know lots of parents are asking teachers about what do you know that my child can do in the summer? What do you know of? So I think this will be a great week for both teachers and parents to just get some resources. We're going to try to collect as many as we can and share all the different cool things that you might be able to do I mean, at least here in East Central Indiana, but I'm sure there's these same types of programming
Mm-hmm.
all around.
Yeah.
So maybe some of the things we
Well,
share will give you ideas to
or
look
maybe
for.
something we could say too is like, for example, we have Ball State University
Mm-hmm.
in well, in Muncie, not my town, but like resources like that. Okay, we may not know a specific programs, but hey, if you are near a college, that's a
Mm-hmm.
perfect place to look for programming. Because especially Ball State's a teacher call. I mean, lots of teachers there, but they're
Mm-hmm.
that's a good place to start where kids will college students will put
For
on
sure.
the summer program, so we can talk about stuff like that too.
For sure. And then just things in general you can do with
Yes,
kids in the summer that aren't
yes,
special programs. We'll
yeah,
probably talk about that too. So
yep,
that is it for the tall and the short of it this week. And just be sure to make sure if you have questions about any of the things we posted this week, post them down there. We'll get back to you as soon as we
yes.
can. Send us messages if you
Hey,
need to.
guys, if you were at either of those things we talked about, share your experience down below.
Yeah,
Share your
share your
thoughts. Share what it was like. I
absolutely.
mean, we talked to a lot of people at the Autism Festival, or anyway, walk. thing. I, I don't know. I don't have. I usually have notes. I have no notes. Um,
We're going
but if
rogue
you,
this week.
I am. That doesn't work well for me. But if you were at the play, like if you had the opportunity to go to the play, tell us what you thought. I mean, we want to
Mm-hmm.
hear. We want to hear what you guys have to say too about it, especially
For
if
sure.
you were at those two events. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it from us.
Hey guys, join the conversation.
Yes. All right. Bye.
Bye.